Welcome to Teaching Truth. My name is Glenn Cartwright. His name shall be called. We're exploring this week in Teaching Truth the four descriptives that the prophet Isaiah gives to Jesus, the baby, who would be born 700 years later after his prophecy. And the first name that we want to unwrap today is the name of Wonderful Counsellor. Some translations of the Bible separate these first two words, so it would be wonderful and then Counsellor, but they're intended to be taken together, so it's Wonderful Counsellor. And often when we think of a counsellor, we might be tempted to think of a modern day counsellor, someone who's engaged in listening to and counselling people who are struggling. But a counsellor in the Bible has to do with leading and guiding, one who counsels. In the time of the kings of Israel, David and the other kings at that time had counsellors. Mostly they would be older men who would give the king their advice, honed by the years of experience, and tell them what the king should do according to their wisdom. And there was a time when the kingdom was divided because a new king had asked his advisors, his counsellors, what he should do. And the older wise men who were counselling told him one thing, but he didn't like what they told him, so he went to those who were his peers and asked their advice, and they told him what he wanted to hear. And what happened? Well, the rest is history. The kingdom of Israel divided over the bad advice, the bad and unwise counsel the younger men gave him. Wise counsel matters. So what does this name mean, Wonderful Counsellor? Well, it's the one who, like the advisors of old, would give wise and reliable counsel. Wonderful Counsellor, Jesus gives godly, wise and reliable counsel to us as we seek to live our lives for him. He is wonderful. He is full of wisdom and knowledge, and he will impart that wisdom and knowledge to those who ask and to those who seek. It's right and it's proper and appropriate to seek the counsel of trusted friends, but how often do we go to the most wonderful counsellor, as Isaiah described? You see, the Messiah that was to be born, Jesus, came and imparted the deep things of God. He counselled us as to what life is really all about. Love for God and love for mankind. In Colossians 2 verse 3 we read that in Christ are hidden all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. So it's in this wonderful counsellor that we can find the answers to life's most deep questions and have the ability to see things from God's perspective. At this time of Advent, do you need in your life a wonderful counsellor to guide and to lead? His name is Jesus.